Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Nobody. This is a 2021 film. It is rated R. It runs about an hour and a half, and it stars Bob Odenkirk, Alexei Serebryakov, that's my attempt, and Connie Nielsen. The description: a bystander who intervenes to help a woman being harassed by a group of men becomes the target of a vengeful drug lord. This does have numerous views on imdb.com, over 37,000. It has a fair grade, and this is called Nobody. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video. I did watch this movie a while back, like most of yourselves, and why there's so many views is because it's in theaters. It's been released on HBO Max, like every other movie, I guess, and it just became available on demand. There's different ways to watch it. I did not get to this in theater, so I was able to watch it on an app and on my phone. That's one more way to watch it. So I think a lot of people have had the chance to watch this. If you haven't watched it yet, there are a million ways to watch it. So get to it. Um, I think there are going to be a lot of opinions about this movie because so many people have watched it. It's been so readily available. And mine kind of leans towards the action, obviously. That's like the high point of this movie. And so we'll start talking about that with Bob, our main character, playing Nobody. I wasn't anticipating the way they were going to do the action, and I wasn't anticipating the reasons for the action. The previews leave a lot out. And, when the stuff from the previews comes, you're like, oh, yeah, that part. I knew that was coming, but it's not always obvious why that thing is coming about. And so I really give this movie props for that. I do like the anticipation for things. I do like the reasoning for things. It's not just a plain old Jane kind of boring action movie that just has people kicking each other's butts for no reason or just because of drugs or money or something like that. There's so much more to this movie, and that's where I think this movie is going to go above and beyond people's expectations, and why it's getting a high rating is because it's actually kind of smart. And when you get a smart sort of original movie like this, people do tend to agree that it's good. So, the action with me is that the reasoning behind why people are getting in fights, why people are shooting up, places, is good. The action itself, it reminds me of some other movies, but uh, that just means that it's good. The action, the fast pace, the music with the punches, things like that, all is very exciting. I think of Baby Driver, I think of some other movies that is just like the music and the action go together. And I think that's a really cool way of doing things, and I always will. So, um, where this movie lacks for me, and I hope most of you can understand this, is that the story of him and his family and the story of him talking about his past kind of drags. It really does. Um, it's just kind of there. He's just talking. He likes to talk in this movie. He's a good talker. And when he's talking, I don't seem to care about what's going on except for when they release something important, about what he did in his past or why he's important. There's a couple times when he's talking to somebody that he just pretty much knocked unconscious or killed, and they're already gone when he's talking. It's like, okay, literally, you're just saying that for no reason except for the movie audience to realize what you just said so that we can take it and know it for the rest of the movie. So I didn't like the setup, the preparation, the reasoning for the talking when the talking is done. So I think that's really the weakest point for me. and there's a lot of the movie of that, of just talking for no reason, or talking for things that don't matter, or saying important things at weird times. And so with the simpleness of the movie, I feel things are a little rushed. I feel like this could have been a longer movie because there's more to the husband and wife situation. They mention that they haven't had much intimacy, and because he leads kind of a dull life as a provider. There's a lot to that thing in real life and in movie life. The kids are kind of just along for the ride. They have a couple, signature lines, but otherwise they're pretty forgetful. And some of these characters, you know, the this movie really reminds me of Keanu. I think that's how you said that movie. The comedy duo has a cat that gets stolen, and like literally they're just going after the cat. That movie Keanu, if you remember it. It just seems like a really simple reason to have a movie. And this movie felt like that too, a little bit. It was more than that, but it felt like that. Like we only had really one thing we're going after. So for that reason, I'm going to keep this in the B range. I think it still is a B movie. I tend to lean towards B plus because of how cool most of the movie is, but I'm staying at a B because of the dull parts. It really gets really dull at certain points. So a B for nobody. Let me know what you thought. Obviously, everybody's seen it. So thank you for watching this video. My name's Danny. If you like this, try and watch some of my other videos. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies, guys. Thanks.